love that I can watch all of you guys like off screen. Meg, you were hilarious. Oh shoot.
I thought I said something, and Mitch was like, "Nope, I'm cutting her out."
I know. I was like, oh God, where's everyone going? You got the button, and then everyone starts disappearing. We haven't even started.
I think because Matt here, we like need one.
We need what?
I said because we have a male in the room now, we need one.
Oh, what, a button?
Yeah.
I have a button.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me. I'm
leaving.
The whole purpose of this though is that we aren't censored. So like, I don't want to press the button on us.
Right.
It's up to Mitch to do it if he's still around.
Who knows? And we're back.
And we're talking about praise. And Matt's joining us.
Hi, Matt.
Welcome, Matt.
Matt came over the dark side of book talk.
He has to get ideas somewhere.
Right? I mean,
That's
the idea.
Educational as well
People,
as
people can joke about you joining the girls' book club, but
I think it's a brilliant idea.
I'm saying the book's pretty good.
It is a great book.
I told y'all. Did it live up to my hype?
It was so
lived
good.
by this book.
So good.
I love it.
I haven't reread a book yet, so when you were like, praise, let's reread it, I'm like, that's probably the one that I would. That's the one that I could read over again.
I would absolutely read this one again. Absolutely.
Oh, so good.
We lost Meg. Oh, there she is.
All right, so I know that we have a bunch of notes and we have a bunch of quotes. Who wants to go first?
All right.
I'll be right there.
Did she say I'll be right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she put her hands up too. Like you could see the fucking shadow.
The shadow, right?
Wait for me.
Can't find the fucking chart.
Are we waiting for her?
Go ahead. Girl, hallelujah. Go for it, dude.
Okay. So page 59. This was one of the first things that was just like, that's a great one-liner. Like she said, why couldn't Bo's dad be ugly? And I literally laughed out loud because she was looking at him and she was just, it was when she first started working for him. And she was just like, why couldn't Bo's dad be ugly? And I was just like, highlight.
Yeah.
Highlight that one. That made me laugh out loud. I like that.
I highlighted something before that. I highlighted on page 32, the way he says my name sends tingles up my spine. It's the only reason I don't correct him. No one calls me Charlotte. And the fact that he was calling her Charlotte throughout the whole book, like,
even though she wanted to be called Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
I have a quote. The only problem is I don't know what page it was because I'm doing Audible. It was, I'm an HR nightmare waiting to happen. That's what made me chuckle. I was like, ooh.
Ooh. You're going to be trouble.
To be fair, I feel like with the Salacious Players Club, a lot of HR nightmares could happen.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't even have HR.
I love how every time they brought up something illegal, he was like, what did he say? Like legal jargon and like technicalities. Like it was always the same answer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see.
What did I?
Matt, did you have a quote? Did you have something that stood out to you?
I didn't have a specific quote, but basically like a whole chapter or part of a chapter. Like, I found it kind of funny because I've been through it myself. So reading it from a male perspective, but where Emerson, he was getting all like worked up because Charlotte, just being Charlotte. What was my note? Oh, I didn't write my note right. So with her, like where he was getting worked up and she was just being not innocent, but curious. And it was one of those things where he just couldn't do anything about it. He had to grit his teeth basically and just, let her explore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she ain't never wanted to
She didn't realize how much at that moment he wanted her, and it was killing him because he couldn't say because of the relationship and the whole, Bo being his son. It is kind of a situation, but I just thought it was funny because I've kind of been there. Not I don't have a son, but like it's just one of those situations. It's just.
The girl left you
It stuck out.
for your dad. Is that it?
Gotta hope not. My dad is bald and 5'4".
Dang.
Bigger gut than me. Anyways, but yeah, that really stood out just because it was a sort of like a real life experience, but not exactly in that same manner. But I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
In a sad way.
The entire time, like from his point of view, he's just talking about how, like, she's driving him wild, and she's over there like, he doesn't like me. It is like it's a different perspective. Reading it
They're on completely.
One of the quotes that I have highlighted was one that was like, too bad you can't have best of both worlds. When she was like, a good secretary, a good sub. You just know in that moment he was like, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think of you as a prostitute. Cap. Yeah, you did.
The next one, what?
Huh? No, I was saying I put this in the chat, but like Corey was cracking up about Garrett. Fucking poor Garrett.
I love Garrett.
Do I have to read the second book? The second book is what tells about Garrett, right? Like
I'll just put stressed out Garrett, assistant of M. I don't know what you want from me.
Wow. Yeah, it was a different experience for sure reading this one because I know them all and I know all the kinks.
The things on the wall she couldn't name. I was really curious about that.
I mean, not her also opening up every little tab to figure out what each thing was, but then kind of trying to stop herself, but she couldn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was so real. Like when you first dabble into either SMA or the community or whatever, you're just like, what is this? Somebody says a word and you're like, the hell is that?
Immediately Google.
Like back to middle school.
Google Gooch.
Open up private tab. Google.
Turn off cookies.
Private search. Incognito mode.
Yep, incognito mode.
One of the things I didn't like that made me cringe a little bit was when they were texting. And she was like, clearly she's 21, like texting with like dot smiley faces and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's like a little cringe, but
she's like about 3 years away from Chris Hansen showing up.
Right.
Yeah.
That was really the only
thing
that made me think she was young, or like it made her seem her age.
Yes.
Yeah. And her sister's getting started early, bro.
The Audible version of this is horrible.
Yeah, I did not.
Better to read it because the way they have the female voice actor doing the male part when they have a male voice actor.
Yeah.
I don't like that. The way they're describing Emerson, I needed to hear that voice. I needed to know.
And I get that. It's just. And then when Emerson tried to, the voice actor tried to sound feminine. It was just like, dude, that's not doing it for me.
I wish, Corey, can you pull up the OG cover? Because this was a second cover, but the original cover they have like.
I've got it right here. I don't know
they have like a guy that is supposed to be him, and that's exactly what I pictured the whole time.
Let me see if I can share my screen.
Oh, now I definitely need to see it because I want to know if it is what I'm seeing in my
head.
This
well,
is
I mean,
where,
I kind of have one, but
like when people go from books, like trying to go into a movie and they ruin it by casting it with the wrong person.
Scream it, Laura! God,
so true.
So I need this to not ruin.
It drives me nuts.
How I picture Emerson in my head.
Yeah, that was the one I saw.
Okay.
And you know what?
Yeah, that's on Audible. Yeah.
I'll give it to him. It's kind of close.
I can't wait to debate who should play him because I got pictures from like the cast thing.
Oh
again.
Yes.
So I have a thing that I noticed. So she brushes him very lightly with her foot. I'm like, is that considered foot play now? Like, he's
An
just not
accident?
trying to be attracted to her, and then all of a sudden she accidentally does it. But she does it again purposely, and he doesn't know if she's doing it on purpose. It's kind of obvious she did if she did it a second time.
The second time, right?
But he also didn't stop her, so
Yeah.
And we know what happened. He liked it, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it definitely was.
The second,
That's a 5 on her list. All right.
Yeah, but he doesn't do much like that.
Not the 5 on her list.
The second that he offered the foot massage, he should have known. When is that not like a sensual thing?
It's
always.
Like,
how innocent did he think that was going to stay? Like, come on,
slippery slope right there.
But it came from such a good heart, though. Like, that's the worst part.
Yeah.
The fact that she was like, it was
like,
nice
why is
day
that
outside, so I
coming
walked.
back into my mind again with Sam L talking about describing eating a woman's box and giving a foot rub. They are not the same fucking thing.
Like, I have a quote where it says, I wanted her to feel good. It's like, you kind of made it sexual at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
and
You
hold
did
on,
this
can
to
we
yourself,
talk
sir.
about this? Like, a good ass foot rub?
See,
That shit will get you there.
It's great at work.
I do not.
Not
like
all
my
the way
feet touching.
there,
I don't
but
like
like
touching my feet.
we're on the tracks. You know, like
Yeah.
that's
Nope.
I don't love it.
I scratch my back. Oh, that's better than my feet. Like, no.
Scratch your back.
No feet for me, thanks.
A tree
But
could do that for you,
anybody
Corey.
else who can
Scratch
get
your
down
back.
with it, go for it.
Just a little
Girls.
snap, unhook, easy.
While we're talking about Emerson being a great guy and what we've talked about in the like social chat this week, I highlighted this on purpose. He jumps up and disappears into my small bathroom, returning a moment later with a warm, wet washcloth that he uses to gently wipe or gently clean up the mess on my stomach.
I love you for highlighting that. I thought of that.
Highlight.
I died. Matt, were you like, okay, got it? Like you were before. You were like, okay, Steve.
I thought that was a normal thing to, that's the courteous thing to do, right?
Oh, Matt thought it was normal. Not throw the towel, clean yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Towel boy. Come, towel boy.
Hold on, I had one more. Where'd it go? Okay.
The job isn't much. You can be my secretary. With benefits.
Right.
They were good benefits.
Has anyone seen the movie? I think it's called Secretary.
No.
It's old. Oh my god, I'll send the actual thing because I can't think of it.
Who's in it?
I'm terrible with actors' names. You already know that. But anyway, it's kind of the same premise, but it was like a movie back in I want to say the 90s, maybe the 80s. And it doesn't really get super sexual, but it's the same premise of like her being his submissive and his secretary.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
I fuck with the like the what is it? What am I thinking of? Like the porn Mad Men. I fuck with that. Let's see, secretary. I can do that. I can do that way more than a Triceratops. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have not gone back to read the Triceratops.
I feel like at this point you need to just keep that in the prehistoric. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, okay. It's Maggie Gyllenhaal and.
Wait, did Corey say something before she dipped? What just happened?
No. There she is. I was wondering where you
went. I'm going to get kicked out of my own stream.
She pulled a Maggie.
How's that happen?
Oh, it's 2002. But yeah, I'll send the movie in the.
Even better.
It's worth it.
Late 90s, early 2000s has all the good
I want to know.
I will say this book made me cry as well. I don't know if anyone else did. But there were some sweet moments in it too, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh.
There was some sweet moments.
There was a roller coaster of emotion through this book.
Mm-hmm.
It was a wild ride.
Yeah, I liked it compared to the other ones that we read because it had so much realism. Like,
yeah,
the situation was so real.
Mm-hmm.
It could happen.
Yes.
Why do you look skeptical?
Because I wouldn't, bruh. Will's dad looks like a fucking hobbit
Okay, I wasn't
that
thinking
rolled out of a mountain
specific.
somewhere and then hasn't showered in like a month. No.
I more like thought like, you know,
ain't
these
fucking
kind
my
of
father-in-law,
clubs. These kind of
But the
clubs
big-
and
but the
her
Big Daddy
daddy
M?
issues.
Older dude thing. I can fuck with that. That was sexy. I thought that was sexy. Honestly.
Yeah.
Hold on, I just realized my screen wasn't sharing.
Charlotte was so into it, like from the jump, bro. Like, as soon as she walked through that door,
she was there. There was no convincing
like
needed on
a
her
stranger,
part.
basically to you,
No
was
convincing.
like, "Get on your knees," and she was like,
"Okay, whatever you say, my man."
And then he was like, "Wait a minute,
What?
you're not who I thought." And she's like, still on her knees, going, "Wait, you're not who I. Wait, what?"
That whole
She's
scene
like,
is
I'm a
hilarious.
diehard
It's so good.
feminist. I'm not gonna do this. Does it?
Does it? Turns around and immediately does it.
He was like, "Oh Jesus, get up!" Like,
And that too, like when she just started doing that for him without him prompting, like that day that she was like, and I sat in the middle of the room,
yeah,
with her on my knees with a pillow. I was like, that was bold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she wanted that, bro.
Yeah, no convincing.
the pillow is wild. Like,
The pillow
makes
is
sense.
wild.
It just, wait, I had that highlighted because I thought it was funny. And she was like with the pillow, thanks Google or thanks Internet or something. So she got on that community on Reddit of Dom sub, and they were like, "Don't forget your pillow."
First timer.
Hips.
What do I need?
A pillow.
A pillow.
Hello. Stupid.
This is so random, but another thing that I have highlighted is when he like ripped her blouse off with one hand. I feel like that's in so many books, and I'm like, who's doing that? Who is?
I've never heard of someone actually doing that. Only in the movies.
So,
Also, I would be
all the buttons
pissed.
are going
Don't
everywhere.
ruin my shirt.
Right, I was gonna say realistically, wouldn't you be pissed off? It's like, hey, this is a $50 blouse you just ripped, like,
bro.
It unbuttons.
I had to go
like,
out in people to get this top. What are you doing?
Yes.
All I see is like in a me position being him, and like it wouldn't rip. And I'm like unbuttoning the shit with one
Immediately
hand.
the mood's over. Immediately, like when they can't get the clasp on your bra, you're like,
sexy daddy,
done.
sexy fucking.
Here's the thing, though, is the ripping of like the blouse with the buttons is more believable to me than when I read that somebody ripped their underwear off of them. Because I'm not buying it. Like, that's just a fucking wedgie. There's no fucking way.
Well,
hurt
no,
someone doing that.
there are underwear that are very tear.
I mean, that's like specifically though, but like a blouse buttons.
Oh yeah,
is
like
more
if it's just like normal
realistic than
everyday,
a
you're not ripping
Fishnets
it off.
off those slutty oranges.
You're not ripping off cotton panties. I'm sorry.
You're not.
Also, don't rip panties either because those are not cheap.
Yeah, I worked at Victoria's Secret.
Stop
You're
it. What are we
bugging.
doing?
imagine if he wasn't a millionaire, right? And he like knows, well, I'll just buy her another one. And you like spent half your paycheck on your outfit
Like,
for work.
that was number one. That was my favorite pair.
Can we talk about Bo for a second, though? He
Yeah.
thinks like he can
Yes.
still control her even though they broke up. Like he's like, don't work for him. And, then and he's like, go get my paycheck for me. Like, where's my other half? And I'm like, go get it. It doesn't matter if you have some tea with your dad. Go get it.
The audacity of you to tell me, oh, I just thought you were getting it for me. No, fool, take your butt over there on your own and get it yourself. You're a grown ass man.
I'll be
Sorry
the first
about your
one to
butt.
admit that all men are idiots. They're dumb.
You're gonna get roasted for that.
I don't give a shit. I'm right.
While we're talking about Bo, I didn't. So when like I reread it and I didn't get to like the last 20 pages. but I remember texting you about this, Danny, when like they were having the confrontation by the pool house, and it says, "Hey," and then Bo hops the fence. He's like, "Don't talk to my dad like that."
I was like, wait, did I read that right? So I backtracked. I was like, wait, what? Hold on. What did I miss?
Trying to picture that like whole scene.
Right, the visual.
What about the scene when she left with him, and then they had the whole like conversation back at her little pool house, and then she was like, and then I had to drive him back home. What?
No,
Bro,
I don't have to
money
do
from his dad,
anything.
and then you still can't get a car.
No,
You have your check now, buddy.
Bomb ass starter pack, bro.
Call an Uber.
Well, that just shows that she was already about that lifestyle. She just didn't know it. She liked.
Very true.
You know.
That's a good ass point.
Yep.
Don't talk to my dad like that,
Charlie. Don't talk to my dad like that.
Don't do that. That's my dad.
Now I
don't
really
even
need
know,
you guys to read the rest of the series so you can read the one with him.
I'm so on it because it has me.
So there's one with. Is there one with Bo?
Yes.
Okay. Do I
and
have
then
to
there's
read
another
them in
one
order?
with,
You don't have to. It's
Okay.
helpful though. It is helpful, but you don't have to.
Okay.
the other one's the construction worker Drake, and then what's the married couple? Isabella.
I remember.
Yeah.
That's the same book.
What? There's one about. There's one.
The couple, and then with Drake. Yeah. That one's a good one.
I'm on it. Oh, here we go.
I feel like it's easy.
Wait.
I already know my answer.
We did pick McSteamy for Emerson, bro.
So it's
that days, bro. He was my baby.
When I tell you that he would absolutely make the greatest Emerson, like, did you watch Euphoria? Like,
yes,
I've watched pieces of it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna butcher the last name. Is it Joe? Who's the guy in the middle? Joe Manganiello?
Something like that. Yeah.
That is what I pictured for Emerson, like in my head, but with longer hair for some reason.
Did you guys watch One Tree Hill?
Yes.
Because he has that role. Wait, was it One Tree Hill? Hold on, let me think.
I was gonna say I didn't realize he was in
like
One
the
Tree Hill.
protective bartender.
Yeah, the protective bartender. Yeah, and then he was like helping. What?
Matt probably has no comment about this because
now I'm tripping, but
like all three of them.
McSteamy
here's
even Homeboy from Star Trek.
I'm not a Chris Pine fan, so I'm just immediately no. Immediately no.
In my head, he's still young. Like,
I'm gonna take McSteamy though over Joe.
He's after seeing him in Into the Woods, I'm just like, no, go away.
I feel that too.
Get out of here.
Oh no, man, I'm tunnel vision, bro.
You must really hate that movie.
I don't love that movie.
I don't
just kept
either.
Going.
I feel you. It was really bad,
and I wanted so badly to like it.
And I saw the off-Broadway play.
Yeah, so did I. It's so good.
It was great. And then I saw the movie, and I'm like, this
is terrible.
This is terrible.
Y'all don't ask my husband about that movie. There
I will
be a tangent. A tangent will follow every time.
I'm gonna ask Andrew first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning, 7:30 a.m.
Man, go the fuck to bed.
You're like, Meg, it's too early for your bullshit.
Text him at 3 a.m.
I've been hearing that shit for the last year. That train ain't stopped yet.
Keep doing you.
That's funny.
So where are we ranking Daddy Emerson on this three list?
Quit playing for real.
It's one straight across, right? Like there's no ifs or buts about it.
Easy.
Just
Are there any let's do it this way. Are there any objections to him being number one? On everything.
Not for me.
The only reason I wouldn't let him date my daughter is because I'd be jealous. Like
nope. You can't date him because he's mine. He's mine. So sorry.
Damn.
Maybe for that logic, he should end up at the very bottom. Nah, he's ones across.
I read it, and probably I don't think I was even through the first half of the book, and I immediately texted Corey and was like, "So I know why you love Emerson."
She did.
And then more things happened, and I was like, "Oh goodness, he's
More
going to be
things
one on
happened,
everything,
right.
all of the things."
So good. I even like the name Emerson.
It was
I
a
like
good
it
name.
too.
Yeah.
It was like unique enough that it wasn't like, oh, his name's John.
It's like one of those last names
But
is a
like-
first name that I can dig.
But it's not like
It's
Arrow.
not stupid, wild. Yeah, Arrow. Diesel.
Yeah.
Diesel.
I talk to Corey about this all the time. That's
All the
like
time.
my biggest ick with smut driven
the
books
names.
is that everybody feels the need to be so creative with the names.
Christian.
When I started reading the book, I was convinced Clay was a boy. Like, before I picked it up, and I'm like, I don't like your name at all.
Bryony.
Yeah.
Like, why does it have to be Bryony? Just name her Brianna.
Bryony.
Name
Oh,
her
Bryony. Ugh.
Who?
But we always hate the women's names and not the men's because
Yeah.
we're hypocrites.
Yeah, we are.
Just slightly. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I think our Den of Vipers has to be on there at some point, Danny.
Yeah. I think so too.
Can we? Because it's definitely on my list of things to read. So it would be two birds, one stone for me.
Yeah, and Corey.
And I've heard so many good things about it.
So many good things about that book.
It's a Is it a series or is it just the book?
No, it's just 4 men in one book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just curious and I started Googling funny smut names from books.
Bryony has to be number one.
Bloodwin.
What? I'm going to need you to spell that, please.
BLODWYN, like as in a Scottish Bloodwin.
I don't like it.
What?
That's actually Bloodwin.
Oh, Matt, excuse the fuck out of me.
Hey, we needed him here for the
That's
male
like,
perspective.
I've actually known 4 Bloodwins in my life, so fuck me. I went to college with a motherfucker named Bloodwin.
You'd be surprised how many people in the military have some really fucked up
He's right
names.
about that. He's right about that.
But don't
For
you?
someone that hated that name so much, she just got very passionate about it.
Because it's like, come on. And then this guy, his first name, Mandeville.
Please.
So,
Hilarious.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm done.
I can't
All
with
right.
some of the names.
Do we want to pick our next book?
Yeah.
All right, so
Let's
we have 5. So
go.
for each of the 5, I have like a short summary. And then I
Where
have
is
an
it? All right, let me
unhinged,
go on the filing again.
an unhinged 1-star quote. This is actually taken from Amazon. And then there's a TikTok to go with the book. So then once we go through the 5, we can pick which one we're going to read.
Okay.
Cool.
What a goat.
And if any of
I
you have read any of these already, it's going to automatically be excluded because I want to do like one that none of us have read.
That none of us. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one we have is Pen Pal. Looking to see if anyone. Okay.
I'm dying to read this. Dying.
I know. I want to read it so fucking bad. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Summary. The first letter arrived the day my husband was buried. It was postmarked from the state penitentiary and contained a single sentence. I'll wait forever if I have to. It was signed by Dante, a man I didn't know. Out of simple curiosity, I wrote back and asked him exactly what he was waiting for. His reply, you.
Oh.
It has 4.5 stars out of 47,000 reviews.
Wait. Okay. You know what? We'll talk about it.
But this one person did not agree with those 4 stars and said, this book is just one sex romp after another with a story that doesn't make sense at all till the end, and it's full of pretty much anything but that which would be considered a trigger.
Sounds good to me.
I'm in. Where do I sign?
And he's like, all right.
You don't even got to go through the rest of them.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on.
Whoa, she looks stressed out.
She does look pretty stressed.
You reading a book or doing your taxes, baby? What's up? Yeah, the evolution we're watching here. The evolution.
Yeah. I love a good plot twist.
Oh, was it my boy?
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Second one is the pucking wrong number.
Puck bunnies, bro. This might already have my vote, bro.
Meg is so hype right now.
I knew
the
this was
hockey
gonna be
players. Bruh, fuck with them. You don't understand.
All right.
All right, continue.
Summary. Monroe doesn't know why she answers a text that obviously meant for someone else or why she keeps answering. Maybe it's because she's all alone in a big city and in desperate need of a lifeline. Or maybe it's because each exchange leaves her intrigued and more than a little turned on. Still, Monroe never would have snarked back if she'd known that she was talking to the golden boy of the Dallas Knights. She couldn't care less about Lincoln Daniels' hockey god status, and this only seems to attract him more. He's used to scoring on and off the ice. And now he's obsessed with his next goal, making Monroe his no matter what it takes. It's got 4 stars, except for this one person who said, I am 80 pages in, and this book is unhinged.
So the 1-star review, how is that a bad thing?
Okay.
You can't review a book at 80 pages.
That's true too. But it being unhinged, like that's a bad thing.
The only thing I hate about this book is the name.
Yes, you're using Oscar.
I love the name. What are you talking about? I love the puck wordplay.
So much. Oh,
I love it way too much.
Might already have my vote, but fucking Oscar, bro. Yes, I know. Can't hear it though.
Oh, you guys can't hear it?
Mm-mm.
I know exactly what part this is.
I know what scene that is.
Yeah, it doesn't
Where,
work.
Dwight? Where? I think you know where.
Oh, I think I forgot this last time. Oops. That's okay. The next one, Electric Idol. It's a scorching hot modern retelling of Psyche and Eros that is as sinful as it is sweet in the ultra-modern city of Olympus. There's always a price to pay. Psyche knew she'd have to face Aphrodite's jealous rage eventually, but she never expected her literal heart to be at stake, or for Aphrodite's gorgeous son to be the one ordered to strike the killing blow. 4.4 stars out of 10,000, except for the one person that said, I don't know why I even read romance novels anymore. They don't have any real romance, just sex.
All right.
So I have input on this one.
Then read the Notebook, bitch.
I'm all about Greek mythology. This has got me intrigued because of the Olympus thing.
Okay.
So.
Well, if you like that one, then you're gonna like this one too.
Corey, hold on. The rating, is this a Goodreads rating or Amazon?
Amazon.
Okay. Well, it's probably the same thing because Amazon owns Goodreads, but
I did not know that.
Amazon owns everything.
They do.
Amazon and Disney.
So the other one is A Touch of Darkness.
This one is on my list too.
It's on my shelf right now. The book's just sitting there. The summary says, let me worship you, he said. She answered yes. Persephone is the goddess of spring in title only since she was a little girl. Flowers have only shriveled at her touch. After moving to Nuanthens, she hoped to lead an unassuming life disguised as a mortal journalist. All of that changes when she sits down in a forbidden nightclub to play a hand of cards with a hypnotic and mysterious stranger, Hades, the god of the dead.
Now,
That one has 4.4 stars for 36,000 reviews. Except for the one person that said, not appropriate for a 14-year-old.
Oh, shit.
Why would you give it to a 14-year-old?
These negative comments are pissing me off.
Some 14-year-old bought that at the store, and their mom commented that.
Mom, I want touch of
let's
darkness.
not call them negative comments. Let's call them
honey.
Stupid ass comments. See, all right, listen, I'm dedicated to the Puck Bunny thing, but if I lose that, I wouldn't be mad at this. This sounds good to me. Go.
And the last one
Here's
is Leather and Lark.
I read about this one like the summer.
This is the one where Dustin was like, I like the cover. So contract killer Lachlan wants a quiet life working in his leather studio and forgetting all about his traumatic past. But when he botches a job for his boss's biggest client, Lachlan knows he'll never claw his way out of the underworld, at least not until Songbird Lark offers him a deal. He uses his skills to hunt down a killer, and she'll find a way to secure his freedom. The catch, he has to marry her first. And now they can't stand each other. And that one is 4.4 stars out of 10,000 reviews. And the one person said, smut was cringe.
Oh. That's actually I don't like cringe. I don't know.
So this, it's a sequel, but they're separate stories. The first one was I loved the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, this is a sequel?
Yeah.
There's one before this?
Well, yeah.
Or like you said, they're separate. Okay.
I think they're separate because the other one is about his brother and his girl. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. But they can be separately read. I don't know. I love the covers too of these. The first one, Butcher and Blackbird, we kind of talked about it already.
I saw, I kind of, again, when you guys mentioned it, I Googled Blackbird. That looks interesting.
I love the trigger warning lists in these books because they're so funny.
Sometimes they're super cool. Wild, like whoa, bestiality, chill.
Speaking of that, the one before this in the trigger warning said accidental cannibalism.
Oh God!
And I'm like, how does that happen? And then you read how it happened.
My exact same thoughts. Like, what are you talking about? Accident, but it made sense.
This one says,
I beat you and I went a little too far and I tripped and I swallowed and
I fell on a fork full of foot.
Yeah. Towel boy.
This one says auto cannibalism. Welcome to a debate you never thought you'd have to have.
Ooh. What? That could make it for a good pod episode debate.
All right, so where are we at?
You guys know where I'm at, so
Pen Pal or Touch of Darkness.
I was thinking that too.
Touch of Darkness.
I'm going to Pen Pal so fucking bad.
But
I'd also be okay with reading it as well as whatever else we read because I laugh if we don't pick it.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I have no vote. I'm gonna read whatever y'all tell me to read. I'm here to study.
How?
Well, y'all already. I mean, I told you like. No, but I'm. The third one and the fourth one would be the ones that would intrigue me the most.
I'm also a little upset that we dismissed the hockey one so quickly. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I bird interest for me, but I'm liking the Touch of Darkness is the number one option right now.
You know what's gonna happen though? I'm gonna read Touch of Darkness, and I'm gonna fucking read.
She's gonna open up the Pucking Wrong number as soon as she's done with Touch of Darkness.
I have Pucking Around on my shelf that I started reading, and I only got like 75 pages in, and I need to go back because it's obviously hockey, but it's like her and like 3 of the hockey players.
Oh,
you love that. You love that.
There's always a broody one.
I watched too much
I don't know. I'm really feeling a Touch of Darkness. I'm gonna read Pen Pal either way, but I think the Touch of Darkness will be
JoJo.
Yeah, that was my second choice. I'm not mad at that. That sounds good. So I guess that'll be my vote then, because nobody wants to fuck with one of the knights.
Yeah.
Jenna,
Touch of Darkness.
You said Touch of Darkness too, right? Let's go.
Oh, and I didn't say it, but that one is available on Kindle Unlimited. It's also available on Audible, or if you have Spotify Premium, it's on there too.
Okay.
And this is about Hades and Persephone, right?
Mm-hmm. I read the Neon Gods one about Hades and Persephone, and that one I thought was really good.
Mm-hmm.
This one's actually the second book in that series.
Okay.
This is interesting. I saw a quote on Facebook recently, and this will have like real relevance. This was a letter from Persephone to Hades. It's really small, so
Yeah.
You are the kindest thing that has ever happened to me, even if that is not how our story was told. When everyone else told me that I was destined to be a forgotten nymph in this world that nurtured flowers and turned metals to gold, you saw the ichor that resided in me, that demanded its own throne. You showed me how a love like ours can turn even the darkest, coldest realms into a happy home.
I think Meg should read the descriptions from now on.
Yep.
He's like this.
See, that's like, I fuck with that. It's like Persephone was like, yo, I found real romance, that dark shit. Like that, like, you know, that like when it said ichor, I was like, oh, ichor. Like,
ooh, people don't use that word.
I learned a new word today. I didn't know what that even was.
Ichor's like you saw the bad bitch in me. Like
What?
Yeah, that's literally what that means. Like when if you got ichor, it's like you've got like
That's
you
not
know
what that
you're
means.
like you like confidence. Like I saw the strength in your ass. Like
I like your definition, Meg, but I'm not going to tell you what ichor actually is.
I don't want to hear.
Tell us.
No, it's a substance.
That's what it sounds like.
It's a goo, like
A
the
goo.
ichor, like it's hard to explain. Hold on. I don't want to tell you the wrong definition and make it sound disgusting, but it's not. It's the fluid that flows like blood in the veins of the gods. Ichor is that like when a god
That's
believes it bleeds
metaphorically what I'm
gold.
saying, right?
But that's why I said I like your definition better.
Yeah, but that's cool though. It's interesting. What is it? What do the Jedis have? Midichlorians?
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
We see the
that.
ichor in you, Meg. Don't you worry.
Or the other definition is water discharged from a wound.
Yeah, when you open that goo.
By the way, I'm prepared. I'm going to start reading tonight.
Yeah.
You can also listen to it on Spotify. I'm still stuck on Meg yelling, "Show me the strength of that asshole," or whatever it was she said.
What?
What? I think I said, "Show me the strength of your ass," but like I used.
What?
See, this is when the button should be pushed.
The strength of your asshole is.
I'm gonna be honest. I told Mitch we were finishing, and he said pause, but I think I'm waiting for him to hit the pause on us.
I knew it was coming. It had
That's
to.
also what she said.
The fact that we've only gotten the button twice is impressive. Damn. Sorry, guys.
All right. So before we say bye, are we good for next Thursday? I think this one's pretty short. I think it's only like 250 pages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or 300 something.
Hold on. I have one last comment that I just thought about when Laura Beth, when you were talking about how you were reading, you were out to dinner and you were reading the book. I was like, if this bitch says that you like told Virgil the idea of like, oh, I should have brought a toy. Remember that scene when they're in the restaurant? Like, yes. I was like, where's this going?
The fact that he used it to like used it
as
against
punishment.
her, I was like, oh, is that how we? Okay, I see
not
you.
hit this button while I'm eating orzo salad. Like, please.
flinging orzo all over the restaurant. The old guy in table 3 gets a freaking piece of orzo in his face.
Like, don't make a scene as he turns the thing up.
Yeah, all the way up. Just crank that hoe all the way up and just make you sit there.
The motherfucker gonna go home later and be like, yo, I'm finding orzo everywhere.
Like, what is this?
Where's it coming from?
Old lady takes her bra off, orzo falls out. Like, where did this even come from? We didn't even have orzo. I don't understand.
They leave. The server's like, I didn't even see them spill anything. Why is her chair so wet?
Yo, did titty orzos just outdo titty pretzels, bro?
Titty orzo.
Yo, I want to know is what a motherfucker eat orzo, Greek orzo salad out of a bitch's titty.
Bitch, turn it off. Just please turn it off.
We're spiraling.
My cheeks hurt.